party a lot. Dr. Nyaho Nyaho Tamakloe is joining us on the line. Doc, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Yeah, thank you.
Your party, and I don't know whether I should, because of all these issues that have been coming in the past, but I think it's fair to say your party has been struck tonight, hasn't it, by this huge blow thrown by Alan Kwadwo Kyerematen that he has resigned, or it is not a big deal?
Oh, firstly, it is my party. And I don't believe anyone in that party now can throw me out of the party. Now, let's come to Alan's case. I think what happened today, I have predicted about it about a couple of weeks ago, if not a month, after the specialist elections that they had, where 5 people were picked. And of course, that was when Alan protested or felt he has been cheated by the number of votes, which this afternoon he enlisted all. And also later on came out to say clearly that he is not going to be part of that group anymore, which follows he is no more going to contest for that number 1 position. Now, I predicted then that the way I see things going and the way I see Alan behave, he might come out one day as an independent candidate. There were people who didn't believe me, and that is what we have to do. The question is resignation from the party today significant? And I'll say it is very significant. Significant in the sense that definitely it will have effect on my party. That's the end. To some extent, it will destabilize the party. I know that party very well. And unfortunately to me, that's my own perception. I don't think the leadership of the party at the moment are like the giants we have years back, who can take decisions, and they have the personality and the strength to come out openly and say no when it is no. Because if I look at the leadership now, we don't have the men like BJ Darucha anymore. Men like Udo Size is not around. Men like Stephen Kriku. Men like Kwame Tieneng, even though he's still alive, we thank God for that. He's not on the forefront, at the forefront of the party. Well, these are people who can say no on principle. We don't have them. The national chairman of the party at the moment cannot say anything. If I put it this way, he can't take a decision without consulting Akufo-Addo. I know what I'm talking about. So also are the other officers, the secretary and the host. So the position of the party itself is a big worry to me. Now, winning an election as an independent candidate to me would be a huge problem for Alan, a huge hill to climb. Because all the other appeals they have made, particularly to the youth, to me will not work. And the reason is quite simple. He's been with Akufo-Addo's government for almost 7 years. And the time that Alan should have left that party, he didn't. He should have left that government, he didn't. And I said this on television. I believe strongly it was Metro, where I was interviewed by Bridget Oates. Alan should have left the party, particularly when he realized the rot going on in the party. have automatically turned him into a leader in future. But he didn't do that. You follow me? So as I see it now, the saying that history is a prophecy. He might probably get few votes, but beating the NDC candidate and even getting more votes than whoever presents himself on the NPP side, either Baumia or the other one, Kennedy, Ajipon, or Adainimo, any of them who probably might get that position. Beating any of them would be a huge task, let alone beating the NDC candidate. And you see, we have to be frank about something. We have to be frank. You see, if we have had a party or we run our party like it's run in the US or Britain, we know when these things will happen. But our party is full of selfishness, incompetence, tribalism, arrogance, and greed. And that is what has brought us to where we are today. It wasn't so years back. It was not at all, otherwise I wouldn't have been part of it. When people like that Roche are talking, you listen, we listen to him. We studied at his feet. I remember very well. Myself and Asamoah brothers and others. We used to go to every Sunday. The man has tremendous experience. You can't have anybody like that today. So all these young people who, one way or the other, jump into the party, they jump into the party because of material gain. Nothing again. Nothing. I won't be surprised when they see that the party is dismantling, they will jump into other parties or jump into Alan's camp. These are not people who are convinced. They are not dedicated. You join a party to serve the nation first. That should be your number one interest, not yourself. I didn't benefit anything from NPP. What have I benefited from NPP? Position or what? Kufuor came in, Kufuor was somebody I supported strongly. But I disagreed with him on principle when he couldn't defeat Rawlings. So some of us thought, okay, let's try Kufuor, who can speak to the to and we supported Akufo-Addo. And I remember Kwaku asking me a question when we were going to have a congress in Kumasi to pick a leader. In Sunyani, I'm sorry. And I said Akufo-Addo is the man. And that was what brought the difference between me and Kufuor. So when Kufuor won, for years, I wasn't giving anything. It didn't bother me. It didn't bother me at all. You follow me? But the young men we have now, that is not their interest. And if our party is going to suffer, it will be because of some of these young men. Thank God we have other young men in the country who have realized what is happening is wrong. And then they have taken to the streets. And we know the results ourselves.
Doc,
so for me, this is how I look at it so far.
The party, New Patriotic Party, how should they treat this? Should they possibly try and talk to him behind the scenes, try to get him back? Or you think they should move forward and decide and determine that it is over for Alan and there's no point going back to him? And for Alan himself, what does it mean to his political career?
The party, I don't believe the party will make that effort to get back to Alan. Because if they did, Alan will tell them straight in the face that he's not interested. But this is not the first time. Alan resigned, I think, in 2008. By then I was an ambassador, I can't remember now. And I remember I called DJ Darocha, he rest in peace, then the chairman of the party. And he told me point blank that he's not going to bluff anybody. They are not until he came back himself. But as I said, the leadership of the party now is not heavy. The people there are not strong. In politics, you need people with personality. They're not there. They are simply not there. You don't see them. If you doubt me, list them up and see which of them at all has a personality. Alan has a personality, no doubt about that. But you ask yourself, was he given the opportunity? I think he has been cheated on a number of occasions, and that is not fair, I must say. So this time around, I think he's fed up. And when a person is fed up, he or she is capable of doing anything at all. And that is the point Alan has picked up.
Very well. Thank you so much.
But
yes, you can land.
Thank you. Yeah. But whether he can be able to come out with the movement he's talking about, and the movement will be formidable because he's talking about young people. We have about almost 76% or 23% of the voters we have in this country are young people. But I think the young people will think twice before they get themselves involved with things.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Doc, for your time tonight. And that's Dr. Nyaho Nyaho Tamakloe, founding member of the New Patriotic Party. This is Eyewitness.